2 years ago, Foston community members moved one of the last standing rural country schoolhouses to a heritage center for restoration. And for this week's In Focus, Jamil Doneth revisits the Moen Country School as the community celebrates its new home and new look.
In 2010, the Foston community made a major move to save one of the last rural country schools in the area. 2 years later, the 1907 Moen School has a new look and a permanent place to call home.
Where the fish pound is standing right now.
Former Moen School graduate Linda Jorgensen says walking into her old school was like stepping back in time.
The first time I walked in here after finding out we were going to move it into Foston, I just got the goosebumps.
Just wandering through the building and remembering her old school days, Jorgensen was overcome by emotion.
It's such a blessing that we can have this school here and still preserve it.
Carol Wold, who is the last teacher alive to teach at the Moen School, says the inside of the school is almost the same as it was when she was teaching.
It's just wonderful. It looks so nice and new and newly painted and really nice. It looks like it could be used as a school.
In fact, the chair Wold is sitting in is the same chair she had when she was a teacher in 1945.
It's the original chair, so I think it's seen its days. It's kind of wobbly right now.
After a few coats of paint, all new windows and shingles on the roof, and furniture, Foston community members are celebrating the Moen School's rebirth and its 105th birthday. Old school style.
Instead of an open house, we decided it was a little more appropriate to have an old-time basket social.
A basket social was a popular tradition during the heyday of the rural country schools like Moen School here. And the idea behind it is that the ladies would prepare a lunch that they'd put in a decorated box like this one. And then the men would bid on the box lunches. However, the only catch was the men didn't know who prepared the lunch until they opened the box and the name was revealed inside, and then that man would get to have lunch with that lucky lady.
When they said basket social, I had no idea what they were talking about. But now I know, and I know for a fact that my wife is going to say bid high.
Heritage Center Secretary Judy Newton also put together a compilation of the history and more than 150 stories from people who attended old country schools in the area.
If we didn't get those stories recorded, they'd have been lost forever. And so I feel that was a big accomplishment.
There is still quite a bit of work left to do on the Moen School, and the Basket Social will be one of the many events to raise funds for the remaining restorations.
This school has cost us a big fund so far, and we'd like to, kind of replenish and rebuild.
It's seen its last day as a school, but as one of the last country schoolhouses standing, the Moen School, its students and instructors still have much more to teach. For this week's In Focus, Jamil Doneth, Lakeland News.
The Basket Social fundraiser started at 7 tonight. All proceeds went to the Moen School restoration.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.